you to hit the like and share button on YouTube and Facebook. This is the Hot Rod Podcast with Ron Foreman and Brady Wright. We literally live, eat, and breathe cars. Hey, one more time, we're here with the Hot Rod Podcast. Ron Foreman and Brady Wright, as usual, making all kinds of a mess of the things preparatory for the show. This is going to be a good one. We've got Brad Pesnell, who is kind of the car show guy for Valley Real Life Church. And
nice guy.
He's a really nice guy, and he didn't even pay me to say that. He's coming on to talk about the Father's Day car show at Valley Real Life Church. This is in Spokane Valley, so it's Eastern Washington. If you're watching from someplace out of state. But this is a great show. It's been on for a number of years. They've been really kind to ask me to MC it, for the last few years. And it is a tremendous show. 170 and plus cars last year. We'll hit 200.
Nice.
It's a nice one. And car clubs.
Lots of stuff for kids to do too, right? Lots of things for kids.
They got bounce houses for the kids and inflatables and lots of food and everything. Brad will tell us about it. Let's bring him in. The Rat Bastards Car Club of Idaho loves a good time, and we'd rather build it than buy it. We're a family-oriented, nonprofit car club that welcomes all 1969 and older, in the rough as enough, real steel and iron. We're all about old school, traditional hot rods and rat rods. We get together, we have fun, we help each other build, and we cruise like crazy because that's the way car clubs are supposed to be. The Rat Bastards of Idaho is a new class of old school. Our signature event is the Infestation Show every July. Check our Facebook page for location, time, and date. We're charter sponsors of the Idaho Hot Rod Hall of Fame and the Hot Rod Podcast. Join us at cruise-ins all over Idaho and Eastern Washington. Joining the club is easy. Just contact us through the club Facebook page or contact us at any event. Check us out on the Rat Bastards Car Club pages on Facebook. Hey, so we've got Brad online now. He is the car show guy for Valley Real Life Church. And coming up, we're not too far away at this particular juncture. Father's Day is the 298th annual car show now, the Father's Day car show at the church.
Close. No, it feels that way, but it's only been...
But yeah, and this is actually kind of a cool thing. And there's lots of different car shows, of course, where Valley Real Life is in Spokane Valley, just so everybody knows. There's a lot of Father's Day shows. There's a lot of churches, but having a church do a Father's Day car show for the sole and complete purpose of, well, really kind of a dual purpose. Correct me if I'm wrong. You want to get dads and their kids involved in the whole Father's Day activity that's wholesome, that's church-based and everything like that. And you want to bring the car community together, not only to see what's going on at the church, but to share all the stuff that they've been working on all winter, because as many people may or may not know, North Idaho has a winter. We are known to have a significant winter, and this year was different from most of them. We actually had 6 winters this year. And we were wondering if it was ever going to stop, but the weather looks pretty good now, and the forecast calls for some pretty good weather for Father's Day, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's going to be beautiful, I think. Looking like 80s next week. All right.
Yeah. It's all good, finally.
Yeah. Time to take the tops off the cars, right?
Yeah, no kidding. The T-Bucket guys will be there in force, I think, since they don't have tops anyway. So, I know Ron's got some things he wants to ask you too, but I want to just start off by a car show is a car show, except it sort of isn't. The church puts on a pretty amazing production, I guess. Last year, I mean, I know that you got some things coming up this year that are a little different, but last year you had bounce houses and inflatables for the kids. We had a whole bunch of cars. I never did get the total, but it was well over 100, I think.
170 is what we had last year.
Yeah, and there's room for 250 or 300 cars there, so don't let it stop you. It's a beautiful venue. There's a big grass field that's sort of a little bowl, but not a real big one. I mean, it's mostly flat. An excellent stage. Last year we had food trucks of a variety, and I think was last year the one where we had the go-karts, the professional go-kart guys. Were they there?
We had the professional go-karts. We had they race these carts, right? They were displayed.
Oh, wow.
And then we had some we had a great group of bikers that
Yeah,
came out. Thought that was pretty great. And then
yeah,
we did a slow roll.
that's right. We did a slow drags last year.
We tried.
Done.
We
Yeah.
tried.
And it was kind of fun. I mean, we didn't have a huge bunch of participation, but it was a lot of fun. People had a great time.
Awesome.
Not to mention, we had a flyover last year.
Yeah, we
Uh,
have some guys that fly the old planes, the old World War II planes,
yeah.
and nearby, and we heard about it, and so they've agreed to do the flyover. They'll do it again this year. So
Now I understand.
Awesome.
I understand
Very
that this
cool.
year, the concept with the flyover is that you're going to be in one of the planes and parachute out into the field. Is that? I heard that rumor. Is that?
if I do, it's by accident.
Okay. Well, I just
I don't
hope
get it. Who would want to perfectly good? I don't understand that.
the door is open whether you go out or something else.
That's it.
So,
Right.
yeah, you mentioned bikers. I should mention it's a car and motorcycle show, right? This year we're having both classes,
Yeah.
and so let's just walk down the nuts and bolts. When's it start?
So it'll start at 7:30 is registration starts. There'll be a few guys that show up early, and earlier the better. We'll be there super early. So if you guys want to get there early, 7:30, we'll end at 1:30 in the afternoon is when we'll wrap it all up. But I all across there, of course, we have 3 services during that time. So
Right?
you have about 800, 900 people that come out of service
Yeah,
every hour, so you have a new batch of
Wow.
900 people that are checking it out and
yeah,
on top of the event crowd. So
yeah. And that I have to say, you've been kind enough to ask me to MC. I don't know why you couldn't find anybody that was actually better, but
it
it
was slim pickings, man.
every every year, I mean, after every service, it's like a whole new, you know, herd of people just moves through the show. And it kind of, the guys who bring cars and vehicles, they kind of like that because they get a whole new crowd to stand in front of, and so what did you do here? And then there's the conversation for the next hour and a half about how they built whatever it was they built. And they had a really good time doing that.
Man, well, I'll tell you, we have a great time with it too, like one, I just, it kind of hit us one day. We're all trying to figure out like what can we do for families, and we just realized, how good these cars make people feel, and so like those cars being in that field, man, like everyone's faces just brighten up the minute they walk out of the doors, and it just like is such a good energy.
It really is.
Yeah,
And
sometimes I take granted on getting into my hot rod and turn the key over. It's like I'm 16 again with my first car, and it's a hot rod, a car that I built by my own 2 hands with friends from family and friends help build it.
yeah,
But it's you can't explain that feeling. It's like holding your newborn child. It's just amazing how that feels. And it's by the grace of God it happens, because if it weren't that, it wouldn't have nothing would happen.
Like how many times do you go down the road and people put a thumbs up at you, like
Yeah, yep,
yeah.
yeah, I know.
A lot of times that thumbs
Well,
up
I
is
appreciate it.
about the
I
fact that Ron
appreciate
has
it
a
every
hole in
time.
his roof, and it's like water's coming in on.
He rode with me over to what was it for the Rat Rod show over there.
Oh yeah,
It poured on us.
yeah. Ron and I, he was kind enough to let me ride with him one year. We went to the Monsters in Manson car show, just outside of Chelan, and we drove over the pass from the west side because I was living over there then, and it rained like crazy all the way up across the pass, and we're all bundled up with stuff, because there's no roof on Ron's car.
I think you got a picture of it. You might want to put it on there. I don't
We
know. Maybe
do. I'll
post
actually
that.
I'll run it in here in just a minute, and you'll see it.
All right, cool.
It's just pretty funny.
But when we got there, the sun come out. And it was a
Yeah,
nice day. It was beautiful. It didn't rain us going home. It was a really nice day.
yeah, it was grand. So, most car shows have some kind of food. You got some pretty good food this year. What's coming up with the food trucks and stuff?
So Tacos Al Güero, they're standby, like they
Yeah,
always are there. They have some great food. They're
good.
off of Pines, and man, that's a great organization. So they come out every year. We have a crepes vendor that's going to come out and do some crepes. We have Sedge's Dogs that'll be there, and then we have the Kona Ice Truck.
Yeah. Yeah. The
Right
shape
on.
is pretty good. And I just have to say 2 words about Tacos Guerrero. Breakfast burritos.
Ooh, come on.
Nice.
They're pretty good.
Right on.
Pretty sure I had one for breakfast and for lunch last year. And there's also, you got a great big coffee bar and pastries and stuff in the church. Real nice coffee cafe in there.
Yeah, everyone in the show, they'll get a free coffee that goes along with that. So
Right
yeah,
on.
make sure of that.
yeah.
And then I have some Dad's root beer for you.
Dad's root beer on Father's Day. Can't beat it. Can't beat it. So, we have to ask I mean, a show like this with all of this stuff, it's got to be pretty expensive to register, right?
This people give all year so that we can do this. So this is a free a free show for the entrance, the participants. But yeah, it's just something that you pay through conversation, right? Like
There you go.
just be present, have a good time,
Yep.
and that will pay us all that we need.
Yeah, I'm trying one of these days. I'm going to convince Ron to drive over for this show. It'd be a 300-mile drive for him, but he's good for it. He's
All right.
next year gas is going to be cheap, so it'll be okay. So
It's not the gas because it's miles per gallon.
there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
And so you could hit Coeur d'Alene, and then you could come on over, Rod. Get your
That's right.
Is it the same time as Coeur d'Alene?
Coeur d'Alene is Saturday. The Father's Day car show is Sunday.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Make a whole weekend out of it. It's grand.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Not only that, but this year, we'll just tell a story on Coeur d'Alene. It's true. The city of Coeur d'Alene has instituted a regulation now that they don't want anybody driving down through town with loud pipes, and they'll write you a $300 ticket if they catch you and you do it. But there's an exemption for Coeur d'Alene for the show. So people are
My car has been open.
No, they are.
Since day one. Since day one.
But I have it on pretty good authority that if you go to the Father's Day car show at VRL, I'm pretty sure nobody's going to write you a ticket if you wrap your motor. I'm pretty sure they're going to let you do that.
In fact, we have Sinister that'll be
That's
there.
Right.
On like we'll start that up in between each service just to kind of hear the motor. Yeah.
So Sinister, Ron, it's a fuel car. So
yeah?
we're gonna have I looked it up online. If you look up Sinister online, you'll see it, and it's a bad car. I mean, it's really pretty good. So it's going to be a cackle fest in between services.
Oh, right on. I've been
Not
trying
bad.
to find someone to do a cackle fest at our show.
I'm not sure that they would drive that far. They might, but
Probably not.
I don't know.
They charged me an arm and a leg
Maybe.
just for full.
Brad, where's Sinister located? Do you know where their headquarters are?
Sorry, I got the motion sensitive light.
My garage does that too.
So they're here in Spokane,
Okay.
and it's with a group. I'll have to find the information on the group, but they
We'll put it
are.
down below.
Here we are. Let's see if this. So we'll have. Sorry, I was looking at it. I thought I had the information right here. I'll have to find the club, the name of the club there, but they are gonna have Sinister. They'll have some other cars, but all of those cars in that club are kid interactive.
Nice.
So
Right on.
families
That's important.
and that was something that we kind of wanted to emphasize this year, is just to
Yeah.
make sure that it was a family friendly event where kids could come in and we could pass on this love that we have for cars. And
Oh, that's awesome.
the stories that go along with it.
Yeah. Now, last year, I know that a couple of the guys from the church made all the trophies. Are these trophies handmade again this year?
30 trophies, custom trophies.
Nice.
John Kennard puts them together, and
Yeah,
man, he does a great job. So
he does.
Awesome.
Yeah, they were awesome last year. Some great categories too. Most likely to get a ticket, most likely to get beat by a fast oyster. Stuff like that. So there's gonna be there's gonna be some good categories now. And bikers are coming this year too. We had some fun with the bikers last year.
oh yeah. I think we're hoping that we'll double the amount of bikers this year. Actually,
That'd be
we
great.
Oh, wow.
put some efforts out that way. So,
Yeah.
Now, is
Oh,
this the show that Chuck Norris was at?
yeah, Chuck Norris showed up last year.
We did.
Uh,
Yeah. Ron has heard the story.
A couple of times.
They didn't tell me about that, and I thought, no way, man! Like,
Oh yeah. Oh, I got you too.
you totally got me.
That was
walked by
good stuff.
like,
That's funny.
That was good stuff. Yeah, if you're watching the show and you don't know this is a short story. One of the church elders has a cardboard cutout of Chuck Norris that she got because she's a food vendor, and she put it in the driver's seat of her car. And so I saw it and I thought, oh, okay, so we have a celebrity here today. It's amazing. We happen to be in town locally, and his security says it's okay if you go and talk to him. You can, get autographs and things. He's just down there. And oh God, I played it up for a while, and the bikers were really interested in going and seeing Chuck Norris as they walked all the way down to where the thing was, and they got down there and saw him, and they looked back at me. I'm still standing on the stage. They're like,
You got your number.
yeah, I was one of those.
Yeah, it was great stuff. It was fun. Well, who knows? Who knows? We could have another celebrity this year. I mean, it's possible.
Yeah. So, Brad, I got some questions for you.
Go for it.
So, about this.
It's called
I
what?
know the first question is Ford or Chevy, so I know you're a Ford guy, so I don't know the answer to that.
Ford.
You're a Ford guy, right?
Ford.
Yeah. Street or muscle?
Oh man, I like them all, but I think I'd go with muscle.
Me too. Rat rod or hot rod?
Rat rod.
Nice.
Man.
Paint or patina?
I think I'm more of a paint guy. The patina is cool, but I'm probably not that deep into it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Beagles or Stones?
Oh man, Eagles. I'm an Eagles guy.
Eagles, okay. That's cool. Good. Cars or trucks?
Oh, cars.
Cars, okay.
I am from Texas, but so all my friends right now are like pretty ticked at me, but
I've seen some pretty badass lifted trucks and they're two-wheel drive. I'm going, what?
Why
I
would
mean,
you?
I'm not going to turn any of them
It
down.
looks like a four-wheel drive, but it's only a two-wheel drive. And it said Texas on license plate. I can't believe you're
Well, those ones are from Austin.
Like I'm open to them convincing me otherwise. If they want to let me drive that, I'd
There
be
you
open
go.
in my mind.
I think a driving test is fair.
Yeah. Ed Roth or Kenneth Howard? I don't know if you know who Kenneth Howard is.
Don't, but so I'll go with Ed Roth.
Von Dutch. Von Dutch.
Ah. And
Gene Winfield, George Barris.
Who is it?
Gene Winfield, George Barris.
painters.
Man, I can't say that I know either one of those guys.
Oh, okay.
Talk to me.
I got this.
Who are
Go
they?
ahead.
Oh, they're car painters.
George
Actually,
Barris, he built like the Batmobile, the
Yeah.
Monsters coach. Gene
And
Winfield developed the Fade paint job, custom cars.
I should know this. I don't know this.
but see,
That's okay.
there's plenty to learn.
Yeah.
Yep. In your spare time, you can look up George or Gene and check them out. Coupe or Roadster?
Oh, a roadster,
Ah,
Nice. Good choice. Matic or stick?
a stick.
Right on.
It's the
You are
only safe
Texan.
answer, Brad. It's the only safe answer.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Good job. Good answers.
That was easy.
that's awesome.
You're the man. We do this or that for just about everybody.
All right.
Ron changes the questions now and then, though. I don't know.
Yep.
You can't fake him out. So I guess it's pretty obvious that this is going to be not this coming weekend as we record the show, but on June the 16th, right? That's the Sunday.
7:30 to
Father's
1:30.
Father's Day. Yep.
And you can go to VRL, or you can go to vrl.church and you can look at the website. There
Right.
should be some information. If you go to events on there, you can look it up. You can get registered right there.
Oh, cool.
So vrl.church/events, and that'll get
What
you
about
right.
Camping?
Camping?
Is there
It's a-
camping?
No camping, but I mean, we could probably arrange it if we needed to.
I mean, it's a 6-hour
Okay.
show, so probably, unless you're coming from a long distance, but there's lots of Airbnb.
Like Western Washington?
Yeah, from there, of course, I know a real good Airbnb like 4 blocks from my house. So you could, there's
Yeah.
I've got a good
yeah.
pad right by my house.
Yeah, I got an extra bedroom. And this
Cool,
now
cool.
the church, we're gonna run the commercial in just a minute that talks about the show, because Brad has supplied it to me. He has, and I will be running it in just a second. But the church is in Spokane Valley. If you're on I-90 going east or west, you take the Barker exit and go south, and you basically run right into it. You can't. It's what is it? A mile and a half, 2 miles down there, maybe at the
About a
most.
mile and a half off the highway.
Yeah, I mean, you
Nice.
cannot miss it. When you get there, there's a great big entryway with signs and everything, and there'll be people standing out there with flags and cars and stuff. So it'll be pretty hard to miss.
Follow the line of cars.
That's pretty much it. Sunday, Father's Day. It is going to be a winner. It's bigger and better every year, and I'm pleased to be just a little tiny part of it. But it's really an excellent place to take your whole family.
Sounds really cool.
Yeah, it's a great event, man. It's one of my favorite events of the year. Like, we do some great events here, but that one is my favorite. Just the vibe is great all day.
Yep, it
Cool.
sure is. Well, hey, Brad, thank you for coming. I really appreciate you taking some time and doing this. I will run the commercial here in just a second so people can see what it is. And I have it on very, very good authority that the Rat Bastards of Idaho will be there with sporting our brand new jackets if the people get them printed by the time the show starts. And there's a whole bunch of clubs around the area that show up. All the majors are there. So we're looking forward to having you guys there too.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks.
You bet.
Nice to meet you, Brad.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Rod.
Valley Real Life will be holding our annual VRL Father's Day Car Show, featuring classic cars and hot rods from all over the Northwest on June 16th. This free, family-friendly event will take place before and after each of our morning services, starting at 7:30 a.m. and ending at 1:30 p.m. Bring the family and eat lunch with us at one of our food trucks. Let the kids play on the inflatables, and don't miss out on the chance to rev up your Father's Day at Valley Real Life.
Hi, I'm Brady Wright. I'm the founder of the Idaho Hot Rod Hall of Fame, and I got some big news coming up that I think you'll want to know about. Now, if you're a car person and you're in Idaho, especially North Idaho, you probably are aware of the organization, but just in case you're not, what we do is we recognize hot rodders, clubs, and people who support the sport of hot rodding all through the state of Idaho. It is for Idaho people only. Every year we have an awards banquet that recognizes a hot rodder of the year, a young rodder of the year, and a car club of the year throughout the state of Idaho. Now, you probably wonder, how do people get nominated and how do they get the award? Well, the nominations come from you. If you go to our website, That's Idahof, IDAHHOF.org. There is a nomination form there. You can download it, or you can send an email to idahof@gmail.com, and we'll send you one for yourself. And when you send them in, all of the board gets together once a year, usually in the fall, and we decide who's going to get nominated and who's going to get inducted into the Hall of Fame for that year. Now, our banquet is coming up in about 2 months. We're looking to do it in about September, so you have July and August to fill out your nominations and get them into us. It's real important. The nominations are self-explanatory. The form is real clear, and if you fill it out as completely as possible, whoever you nominate or whichever club you nominate has a pretty good chance of getting in. We induct one hot rodder of the year, one young rodder of the year, and one club of the year every year. But you can put your nominations in at any time. If we don't choose the person you've nominated, for example, this year, they may get in next year. It just depends on who else gets nominated. It's idahof@gmail.com or Idahof, IDAHHOF.org on the web. We're also on Facebook. If you have questions, you can ask them right there. We look forward to getting your nominations in, but do hurry. We need them by the end of August 2023. It's always a pleasure to have Brad on the show. The guy he's
It was awesome.
And in person, he's just as nice as that. I've been pleased to meet him several times.
I'm sure.
Years. Great guy. And that's going to be a terrific show. So Father's Day,
yeah, it is.
If you're going to be in any place in the inland Northwest, come on over because it's going to be a win.
Yeah. Enjoy.
We got another show coming up next week, but you've got some announcements. What do you got going on? The infestation.
Well, our show, it's the infestation in Cedar Willie.
Right?
I don't know if you can read that.
I can't see it very well. That's all right. I'll run the poster.
Okay, cool. We have a fallen hot rodder. It's Lenny Staus.
Right.
He went into the hospital on the 15th of April, and they passed away the first day of May.
Yeah.
And it's devastating to his family and all his hot rodder friends and cousins. And we went to the celebration of life last weekend, and what a great time. And everyone was so supportive of Lenny. It's just an outpouring of love all together.
He was a great
guy.
So
at our show at the infestation, what's that?
Well, I said Lenny was a great guy. He was a terrific ambassador for the sport too. I mean, if you met him, you knew he was.
He's been to our shows.
Yeah, and if you only had to meet him once, and then you remembered him. He was one of those guys.
Yeah, he had that old car dust. Remember, he's
that's right.
Yeah, at the infestation. Yep. So we're doing a 50-50 raffle.
Okay.
Half the proceeds will go to Lenny's family, and every event T-shirt that we sell, $5 off the top, is going to go to Lenny's family.
Nice.
So that's that was my announcement.
For people to know, what day's the infestation?
It is the 27th of July.
Right.
At the Riverfront Park in Cedar Willie.
Right. And that's in Western Washington, actually northwestern Washington. It's not hard to get to. It's just off the freeway, basically, by about a couple of miles. And last year was a tremendous show, and this year's going to be even better. We know it. So mark July.
We had right at 100 cars, right at 110 cars last year. So it's looking good, man.
Yeah,
it's going to be fun.
That's going to be awesome. Looking forward to it. We'll say hi to Marcia. We'll do another show next week, and always a pleasure to see you, even though you trimmed down your beard.
Tell Georgia hi. I hope she's feeling better.
Will do. And folks, if you're watching, thanks for watching the show. We appreciate it. Make sure you like and share on Facebook and YouTube, and we'll do another one next time. That's it for this episode of the Hot Rod Podcast. Be sure to like and subscribe to our show, and we appreciate it if you smash those notification buttons too, so you'll know when a new one drops. For Ron Foreman, I'm Brady Wright. This has been the Hot Rod Podcast. We'll see you on the next one.